Donald Trump's move to slap tariffs on the auto industry will likely drive up the cost of vehicles on both sides of the border. But Trump's tariffs on Canadian lumber could also be painful for American consumers. Marybel Gonzalez joins us now from Los Angeles. And Marybel, residents who are looking to rebuild their fire-ravaged homes are now facing extra costs.
Yes, they could possibly if these tariffs go into effect. Now, right now, cleanup is their main focus, the focus for thousands who lost their homes in these wildfires. But reconstruction will come next. However, these new tariffs threatened by the Trump administration on lumber and other goods could increase the cost of building a single-family home by more than $9,000.
We're not going to bend.
Amid ever-changing tariff threats from President Donald Trump, thousands of Southern California wildfire victims wonder what such measures could mean to their rebuilding efforts after the Palisades and Eaton fires.
Lumber obviously is a big expense of building a home. It's about 10 to 20% of the overall cost of a house.
Last year, the U.S. sourced nearly 25% of softwood lumber from Canada, a material critical to home construction.
Most of what you see is a softwood lumber. So the edge parameter of the roof, those are pine.
But Trump says America can do without Canadian lumber.
We don't need their lumber.
Economists say he's technically right. The U.S. has roughly 300 billion trees, but it's not that simple.
It takes years to build the supply chain. You need more sawmills. You can't build sawmills tomorrow.
And that investment could cost up to $400 million. For lumber suppliers in Los Angeles, it's not so much the possible tariffs that are a concern, but more so the scale and demand created by the historic wildfires.
Someone like me who sources most of our Doug fir that is cut down in the United States, eventually that demand's going to push it to where wholesalers will have to start sourcing from Canada. So I do think it will have an effect on all lumber pricing.
Now, Trump threatened these new tariffs just a day after offering Canada and Mexico a one-month reprieve on tariffs on other Canadian and Mexican goods. Now, those tariffs, Cynthia, are expected to go into effect next week, but no specifics yet on what precisely will be targeted.
Now, Marybel, those images of those fires were devastating. Where does the rebuilding effort stand in the Los Angeles area following those fires?
Yeah, Cynthia, and as you can imagine, we have a long way to go, but we are in phase 2 of the debris removal process. But so many people are now looking towards rebuilding next. And just days ago, the Los Angeles mayor, Karen Bass, she issued an executive order to fast-track permitting for Palisades fire victims. And right now, the focus is on promoting the use of fire-resistant materials in these new homes.
Marybel, thank you very much. And that is CNN's Marybel Gonzalez in Los Angeles.